Well, welcome back, everybody. I hope that everyone had a restful and very safe spring break. I am doing this first video announcement just to get us acclimated and switched over to our online environment. By now, you know that we are going to be switching to an online environment for the remainder of the semester, which is right around 5 weeks, about 4 for us because we don't have a final exam during that final exam week. So we are in the downhill swing of our semester due to the coronavirus or the threat of the coronavirus or the rise that we're seeing increased cases in the United States and in Florida. Many colleges and universities have decided to go completely online. This means that we will not be meeting face to face on campus at all. I will not be in my office. Everything that we will be doing digitally. This by no means that we cannot meet via Skype. We will do at some point face to face or digital face to face, that is, conferences. I will conduct some of these virtual classes online for us. This week, what I want to do is really just kind of get everybody introduced and acclimated. Some of you have had the online classes, some of you have not. So I want to use this time to really get you used to how we're going to move forward. So one of the first things I will show you is our homepage in Canvas. One of the good things is that I use Canvas, as you know, all the time. So we've used it throughout the semester. So using Canvas for you guys with regards to our ENC course will not be a huge switch because we use it all the time anyway. There'll just be some minor changes as to how we use it on this weekly basis for our online. So one of the first things that you'll notice is our homepage has our announcement on there that from the Monday the 23rd until the end of the semester, we will be moving to an online learning space. Now, the video that I'm creating right now will actually be right here as soon as I get it finished and published so that you'll have access to that video at all times should you need to come back as far as navigation is concerned. But let's just talk about a little bit about, let's say, the office hours. You'll notice that that is a change in our Canvas. I will be available via Canvas chat. I'll show you that in just a second. From 9 to 12 every day, and then via email from 12 to 2. That means from basically 9 to 2, I will conduct my office hours or classroom hours for you. That would means especially via chat, which I'll show you in just a second. That is going to be kind of like our instant messaging. You know that I'm going to be online. If there's a delay in response, it's because I'm probably responding to somebody else. But that will be I'll have the chat room open during that time. And then after that, I'll be checking my email between 12 and 2. The chat feature is actually right here on the left hand side of our screen. And if you click on it, it will open up our chat feature. It'll show you that there's only one person online, and that's the test student. But this is the space where you're able to send me a quick message. So you can just ask me questions. Um, and I will come in and respond to that, answer the question that you might have. So it's kind of like our instant messaging. Back to our home page, just a couple more changes. What you'll notice is um, that on our schedule, I have gone ahead and just given the last few weeks that we have. As far as our course, each week corresponds with the weekly module that you're going to use for that week. I only publish one module at a time, and they get published by Monday at 8 a.m. So what you notice here is that week 11 we are working in called genre. So we're diving into genre. And the assignments for the module are located on these pages. However, we're going to move over to the modules in just a second so I can show you that you will not skip a page. Even though the assignments are here, each of the pages is going to be important that you follow in order. So there's our calendar. So next week, this will be filled in. This will be our kind of theme for the week, blog, blogging, blogger. We'll look at that next week. So let's move over to our modules. Oh, let me show you one last thing. Each Monday, I publish an announcement. The announcement is there to just get you acquainted with what our week looks like. Some of them are longer than others. I typically will publish one, let's say in the middle of the week, just to make sure that we're all on track. Moving over to our modules, what you'll notice is this. We are now moving into where you'll have a module per week. So remember, we were working in a module per project, but now what we're going to do is move that into a weekly module. So right now, you are going to be in week 11. So it's very similar in the sense that I number the pages. However, because you're working through a module per week, you'll want to start. I set them up as somewhat of a digital book. You'll start with page 1. Excuse me. Page 1 is going to give you the objectives for that particular module, an introduction to it, and a week at a glance. And what that does is show you that just a quick overview of when each of the assignments is due. So for example, you have 2 assignments that are due by Monday, the 23rd at 11:59 p.m. So remember, this is mimicking our classroom. Um, so if we meet on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you will typically have assignments that'll be due on those days. If we meet Tuesday, Thursday, you'll have assignments due on those days. So, and there'll be some exceptions to that rule when we get into the last piece of the projects, as far as what those will look like. Okay, so this is just at a glance. Now, please keep in mind that in the online, all the instruction is delivered through this online space as well. So the instruction that you're going to get is through text, it's through image, it's through video. You're going to be asked to do specific things with these. So the online environment is a little bit different. We're going to look at something, a little intro video to that next, okay? Once you're finished reading, you'll click next. If it is something that you need to be doing, there will be a due date behind it. So for example, this is page 2. We now have our first discussion board. Okay. You're very familiar with discussion boards because we've been doing them, but I thought we'd take these first 2 assignments that are due on Monday night just as a way to kind of check in. I want to see how everybody's doing, make sure everybody's back from spring break. So this first one is just to kind of look at or see how your spring break was and see how coronavirus has impacted. I'm asking you if you agree with the level of social distancing currently being practiced, why or why not. So again, the discussion boards you're very familiar with, you'll just walk through those and complete. Once you're finished, you will click next. And this particular assignment is just a quick reflection on online learning. So you will read through this material, you will watch this video, and then read the assignment directions. So for this particular assignment, what I'm asking you to do is to respond to, you'll number your responses. Yes or no, I have access to a laptop, smartphone, tablet, computer during from 3:23 to 5:1. If yes, please indicate which device you'll be using to complete the learning or working for your course, for our course. Yes or no, I have access to a webcam. This means that there is one built into your computer, tablet, laptop, or there's one that can be attached. Access to a webcam can also mean your smartphone. There's also 3 other questions for you to respond to. If you would, in this particular one, Please number them for me and be specific in your response. This is how I'm going to gauge uh, the types of instructions that I'll do. So you'll click Submit Assignment and you see it opens up a text box or text entry. You'll just go ahead and type those responses there. Once you're finished, you would hit Submit Assignment and then click Next to continue. So this will be Wednesday's assignment, and this is our introduction to genre. You'll notice there's a little blurb here as far as the introduction to, and then there's the video lesson. So the video lesson would be very similar to, let's say, a lecture in class. One of the kind of constraints of this is that you're watching a video that I've already created, and we're not having that interaction. We're going to switch to something like that more towards next week, where I'd like us to schedule a synchronous, what we call a synchronous conference, where we would be able to have this conversation, let's say, about genre, but also be able to ask those questions in a class or a digital class environment. Okay, so once you finish watching this and you've got your notes, you'll go ahead and read the directions for this assignment. Again, it's a text box, so if you just click submit, you're able to put your text entry in and then submit your assignment. Once you're finished, you'll click next and you will come to the last assignment for the week, which is our second discussion board. And this one is called Genre Everywhere. Again, just read through what I'm asking you to do, which is to find an example of a genre you encounter every day, describe it, uh, discuss the conventions. This will make more sense once you watch the video. How do you know it's a genre, and how can understanding genre impact your writing? So you will complete that discussion board plus 2 responses. Once you have done that, you'll click next, and I always put a checklist uh, for the week that kind of wraps everything up, meaning that out of the 6 pages of this module, there were 4 assignments. Here they are. Here's where their due dates were. And then it'll say once all these assignments are completed, you've successfully navigated our module for week 11. The module for next week will be published by 8 a.m. Monday, March 30th. All right. So very similar to our face-to-face with regards to the way or the navigation of Canvas. You have our home page, you have our announcements page, the modules, and of course your grades. Please remember that during these times, 9 a.m. to noon, I will have the chat feature opened up for us to use. So as you walk through these different assignments, you will be able to access me through instant message during those times. I will have that up. Please know if there's a delay in response, it's because I'm responding to somebody else. Hold tight and I will get on there and respond during those times. Other than that, I think that you should be able to get yourself started for the week. Please know that while we are not meeting face to face, I am still accessible. You can still get a hold of me. We can still collaborate online. You'll collaborate with each other throughout different activities that we will do. So um, while this is not ideal, I'm sure that some of you might even be a little bit nervous about this, but I assure you that as long as you are connecting with Canvas, that you are connecting with me, we are going to get work together to successfully complete the semester. So please make sure that you reach out with questions, comments, concerns. Know that we can have phone calls, we can do video conferencing, anything that you would need in order to help get you acclimated to this online space. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful Monday, a wonderful start to your week, and refer to this video anytime you need help in navigating this space. And I look forward to seeing you online.